look,
listen.
Welcome, everybody. Once again, everybody. It's 171 episodes of this today.
Taylor, everybody.
Now, Taylor, we've done that too many times.
It's so good, though.
And honestly, last week, you asking question from the audience, what's your favorite time skip? I'm 95% sure we've answered that question before and given the exact same answers. But
we could only know that with a flashback, though.
Who's
and
to
I don't
say?
like flashbacks.
Who's to say? Guys, everybody, this is a podcast. It is about Pokemon and other things. There's me. That's Michael. There's Geese Peep sometimes.
That's
Not
me.
today.
No, I'm Taylor. Sorry, I missed my turn.
Taylor's today. So here's the thing. We talk about all sorts of things, to be honest, and you are going to love every second of it. We also discuss Pokemon Horizons, typically, but we just reached the end of a season, Taylor, and that, of course, means let's cover some Pokétoons. We got 2 Pokétoons today. Here's the thing about Pokétoons, everybody.
Animation's great.
Yeah. Pokétoons, well, animation's always different, which is fun and exciting. Different teams making all these Pokétoons, so they all have their own art style.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Pokétoons, I would say, in general, are outstanding compared to other Pokemon entertainment.
100% agree.
Typically, you're going to have a Pokétoon that's better than almost anything the mainline anime has ever put out. That's typical. Is that the case today?
It's a special occasion.
Well, these 2 episodes we're going to cover today, there's one about Kangaskhan, one about Gardevoir. I think we've had better Pokétoons in the past, but I think both of them have some redeeming qualities and some things that are neat and unique and worth watching. But we're not going to get into the review just yet, but let's get our expectations in order, okay?
Yeah. These aren't batting it out of the park.
They both have some, I don't know. Guys, the first segment of our podcast is, of course, Geese of the Week, What You Been Peepin'? So let's start off strong with Taylor. I watched 2 films recently.
Nice.
Here's the bad thing. I don't think either of these films are bad at all.
Are you talking about the Pokétoons and just calling them films?
No. The 2 films I watched are Tokyo Ga and The Master.
I love The Master.
Well, both of these films, I'll repeat myself, I don't think either of them are bad at all. Here's the issue I run into. I've been on, I guess, a bit of a Paul Thomas Anderson kick. I guess, here's the thing with me and Paul Thomas Anderson. Half of the movie, I haven't seen all his movies. I've never seen The Master before.
Oh, really?
Half of the movies he makes, I think, wow, what a fun movie. What a great movie. I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time. Such as, for instance, One Battle After Another, A Licorice Pizza, A There Will Be Blood. So much fun. Then he makes movies where, I'll be honest, maybe I'm just not sophisticated. I think he makes fun movies, and then he makes movies where he has something he wants to say. He has a theme he wants to get across. The acting may be good. It may be super well made, but I'm sorry, I'm going to look at my phone. And that's the case with Phantom Thread. I found that movie boring.
Oh, wow.
And The Master, here's my problem, Taylor. I didn't go into these movies just like, oh, let me watch this film. I have no expectations. I goofed myself on this one. With both Tokyo Ga and The Master, because I was seeing clips of The Master, and they're like, oh my God, this is Philip Seymour Hoffman's greatest performance of all time. And I actually saw, it was a blooper reel that got me to watch this movie. And unfortunately, my expectations were far too high. Obviously, the acting is great. I do have a problem with Joaquin Phoenix in the sense that, yes, he's a good actor. Watching this movie, I'm like, oh, it's so clear why everybody decided let's cast him as the Joker in a Joker movie. But my problem with Joaquin Phoenix is I can't understand him sometimes. He's a little mumbler.
In that movie especially, he's
a little
great at mumbling. He loves mumbling in The Master.
And I got upset because I'm like, I say to myself, I speak English. I shouldn't need subtitles. I know this language.
You have to ask me or Geese to read the episode titles in English, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So I was a little disappointed in The Master. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's an interesting theme I got out of it, but I don't know if this is true, but then I saw this post that was saying, actually, this scene was completely improvised. The scene where they're both spoilers in prison, and then jail, I should say.
Jail.
Prison is after you've been sentenced. Jail is what they bring you to.
Prison is permanent. Jail is just a little bit.
Not permanent. I mean,
I mean, to alliterate.
If you get permanent at prison, that's a whoopsie daisy you did there.
Yeah.
But that scene in particular, I went, oh, I get the theme of this movie. I get what Paul Thomas Anderson is trying to say. But then I read a post that said, actually, that was completely improvised. So if that was completely improvised, then I don't know. Maybe I still get the theme. But
people say completely improvised really loosely with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I was watching the beginning of Wolf of Wall Street when Leonardo DiCaprio talks to Matthew McConaughey in the restaurant, and the different stories that are out there, which is kind of fun. Like, that's a fun thing that you have the sort of mythos of different scenes saying, oh yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, he had no idea that Matthew McConaughey was going to go crazy and start beating his chest. And then you have other people saying, oh man, Leonardo DiCaprio saw Matthew McConaughey beating his chest and convinced the director to put it in the movie. So who knows?
It's funny because the internet's brought a lot of misinformation into the world and people believe all sorts of nonsense. But at the same time, think about before the internet and someone would tell you just something completely wrong and you'd believe it your entire life and you'd tell everybody. So.
And you're only just as smart as everybody in your classroom.
Yeah. Okay, so The Master, good. Disappointing to me. I had my hopes up too high. And it was a little, I don't know, the vibes in that film are not the same vibes as the other Paul Thomas Anderson films I've seen recently.
That is accurate.
That movie can make people uncomfortable very easily. The other film I watched is actually a documentary called Tokyo Ga. Now, this is a documentary filmed in 1983, I want to say, in Japan, in Tokyo, by Wim Wenders. Wim Wenders is the guy that made Perfect Days, one of my favorite movies of all time. So my expectations...
I was just thinking about that movie this morning.
Yes. So my expectations were so through the roof on Tokyo Ga. But unfortunately, what I wanted out of it, there were only really a couple shots. The main focus of that movie is Wim Wenders. He really likes this one director, this Japanese filmmaker named Ozu. And so he basically most of the movie is just him talking to Ozu's old assistants and cameramen. That's the main crux of the movie.
Oh, sick.
And the little clips I saw of it, it was just 1980s Japan, and I was just going, oh my God, I get to watch these men play pachinko, and people eat some gyudon in the 80s, and it was
It's just a bunch of people in rooms.
Yeah, it's fine. Taylor, it is now time for you to discuss your Peep of the Week. What you been geesing up to this week?
Well, talking about Paul Thomas Anderson, I rewatched There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men recently. No Country for Old Men not being a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, but that was the other one that came out that year. The other excessively dark, serious, unhappy film.
Yeah, Coen. We're always talking about the Coen brothers over here.
Those movies are so good. I do not understand how There Will Be Blood won over No Country for Old Men.
Oh, so you much prefer No Country for Old Men?
So this is the first time I've rewatched There Will Be Blood. Performances are incredible, but it has the same vibe as The Master, where there's a scene of someone running in a field to some heavy violin music, and you're like, okay, you're really going for some Academy Awards here. Whereas No Country for Old Men does so many things so uniquely, and there's so much quiet in the film, and characters acting in realistic ways and unique concepts, and it's very interesting. I wonder if those two movies came out now, what their reception would be and what people would prefer.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know who has a higher Rotten Tomato score, higher Metacritic, what have you, but I think No Country for Old Men is certainly more watchable.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
More entertaining, more popcorn.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's taken me this long to rewatch There Will Be Blood, because that's a heavy meal to eat.
Yeah.
Same as The Master, though. That the scene in The Master where Joaquin Phoenix isn't blinking and Philip Seymour Hoffman's doing the test for him. Love that scene. Just such an incredible, intense scene. I remember seeing that in theaters and just going bananas in my head.
Going bananas in my head. Yeah, I got to watch his other films that I haven't seen. Because I actually haven't seen a lot of them. I've never seen Hard 8, Inherent Vice, Boogie Nights. He did Boogie Nights, right?
I saw Inherent Vice. That was quite good.
Yeah, I got to watch.
Yeah, Boogie Nights is... It shows its age. But it's very good. Very unique.
Yeah.
What's that about Great Gatsby?
I never saw Great Gatsby because we didn't like the audio, so we walked out of the theater and got our money back from the tickets.
It was bad audio. What are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
Big event for me. Were you going to say something else about films?
Oh, I was just going to say maybe I got to watch more Wim Wenders. But what if happened is, well, I have seen Paris, Texas. Wim Wenders did that one. What if happens? What if? Actually,
Walter.
Sounds like I'm making up syllables. Paris, Texas is interesting because you get to see a lot of 1980s downtown Houston, which is yeah.
Of course, of course you would.
You're gonna recognize a lot of things if you watch that movie. But I am afraid if I start just going down his catalog of films, I'm gonna go, wow, I don't like any of this. I just like Perfect Days. Speaking of film discussion, I was reading all these people discussing the ending of Perfect Days and people getting different things out of what that ending meant.
Really? Well, I can see that.
Anyway, go ahead, please.
I love that ending. So good. So
powerful.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yep. Quiet theaters after that one was finished.
Not as quiet as Florida Project. Please, Taylor, go ahead. You were saying?
Nothing ever will be.
No.
I've never, not a mumble in that whole theater. And that was kind of crap. Did we see that in the small theater?
Yeah, we saw it in tiny Los Feliz.
The Los Feliz 3.
There's 2 seats. We took them both.
And we just didn't talk. Both had headphones in. So the big event for me this weekend was I went to a lake house of one of my friends. Our friends, Guncan and mine. Very wealthy.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, friend of the family. I was not given nearly enough information before going here. I brought my mother fresh out of a surgery, and I brought my mother's dog.
Oh, Charles.
Constantly in just a fit of PTSD-inspired actions. Going to the bathroom on him. He doesn't really do that anymore. But just barking, crying, not knowing what to do. So I find out, 1, they don't have food.
Oh,
2,
great.
We brought a little bit. We brought snacks for a movie night, but that was about it. 2, this morning, I discovered they don't have any caffeine in the home.
Oh, my God.
They have this... It gets worse. It gets worse. They have instant coffee.
Oh.
Decaf instant coffee.
Oh, the disappointment. You see the coffee and go, oh, thank God.
Oh, I saw that green. I saw that green label and I thought, Nestle, please God, tell me you're rebranding and just putting a green label on that.
That's so funny. Geese Peep has to deal with that all the time because her sister and her sister's husband don't drink caffeine. So when she goes to visit them, she wakes up and just can't exist. So they have to prepare ahead of time to get some cold brew. You got to have the coffee ready. That's why I love always. That's what's so great about Japan. You get the canned coffee, the bottled coffee. You put it in your hotel fridge. Take a sip of that the second you wake up. Because, I mean, some people don't like small hotel rooms. All the Japanese hotel rooms are small. But what's sick is everything's within arm's reach.
Yeah.
So you wake up, put your hand in the fridge, and grab your hot coffee and take a sip before you move on to your new coffee.
Did you ever see that movie Honey Boy?
Yes. With, don't tell me. Don't, Taylor, I'm going to say the man's name because I know who he is. And he was a Disney Channel star.
He sounds like a French bodybuilder.
I don't want a hint. He was a Disney Channel star. He was in Transformers.
Yes.
His name is Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
That's the French bodybuilder clue. Not too overt. Very good clue.
I didn't want the clue.
But I'll give my clue a 9.2 out of 10.
What on earth are we talking about?
I was just going to...
You're in a lake house. We have Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf's decaf coffee. Love him.
There was the one scene of Honey Boy that I really remember was him waking up. He was playing his dad, obviously. Him waking up and his kid, young Shia LaBeouf.
Young LaBeouf.
Brings him coffee and he doesn't. His throat sounds parched, dry as a desert. And the first thing he does is smoke a cigarette, drink coffee. And I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, well, okay, there's some appeal to drinking coffee as soon as you wake up. Like before your body has a chance to understand that it's awake and all of a sudden it's getting hit with caffeine. There's no melatonin. But not having water when you wake up, I can't imagine. No water, cold turkey, just going into coffee.
Well, that's how it used to be. Up until 20 years ago, nobody drank water. It was just soda all day for people. Or coffee or alcohol or whatever.
So, we're at this lake house, and there are 5 cats.
Okay. What do they eat?
I did not.
Decaf coffee?
Well, not.
Grounds?
Maybe they ate all the caffeinated coffee. Charlie's never seen my mom's dog's name is Charlie. Charlie's never seen a cat before. And he also doesn't understand the concept of personal space. So he just gets closer and closer and closer. And I'm watching him in just disbelief, realizing that my mother and I just got her up the stairs. I got her the toilet she has to use right now up the stairs. Brought all the snacks, and realizing that there's no way we're going to make a movie and that all I'm going to eat for lunch and dinner is going to be guacamole that I'm about to make and chips.
Oh, my God.
And I'm watching this poor little rescue dog, 9 pounds on him, inch ever closer to a blind 18-year-old cat who swats at the air in front of the dog, and the dog goes berserk, crying, runs away, shaken. And I just kept thinking about all those clips of basketball players and soccer players where they're just like, God, God, ref, no. And it's like a 3-foot distance between them and the other player. And it's so good. And he was doing that.
Charles, so trying to wake up in trouble.
Oh, yeah, probably trying to do something. Maybe trying to get some of that caffeinated coffee. So the next morning, this morning, I wake up. None of us have slept. Dog is going crazy all night. Won't get off of the bed, crying, barking, any given sound. And I get it. That's fine. It's scary. It's a scary world out there. My mom wakes up in the middle of the night because one of the cats has snuck into her bed and has started pawing her in the face.
Oh.
So she walks to the window and sees an alligator outside because it's a lake house.
Oh, my God.
I would have not believed that story had I not also seen an alligator in the morning at like 5 in the morning. I look out. Maybe it was 6 in the morning. I look out and I see just this large object submerge really quickly. And I was like, oh, that's probably a boat. And then I just sat there for a while looking around and I was like, there's not a boat anywhere.
You mean a submarine?
Yeah, it was zero sleep, no caffeine in the house.
It's a ghost ship. It's just going back down to the briny depths.
It could have. That happened in One Piece.
I think it happened in Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Man's Chest.
It did. That's my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so just alligators, cats, no caffeine, giant espresso machine, no caffeinated beans, all decaf. Oh. I just can't. I looked up this espresso machine, and I can't imagine dropping $2,500 on an espresso machine and having decaf. I don't understand the events of your life that have led to this.
Taylor, did you have more to say, or is it time to move on to...
No, it's definitely time to move on to Poké.
Wow. Big news. Well, it's not big news. I don't know why I said big news. It's pretty normal news from Cerebi this week. Okay, so here's the thing, Taylor. In Pokemon Legends ZA, they've, to the outcry of so many people, and I'll admit, when this was announced, I was a bit miffed, but since I've done this, I think, it's not a big deal at all. 3 of the Megastones for the Generation 6 starters, so that'd be Greninja...
Chikorita.
Nope. Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut.
Okay? Darn it.
Those 3, their Megastones are locked behind playing ranked battles. So everybody
loves Lockweem.
So, yes. So you have to play ranked battles online and get to a certain rank to unlock these Megastones. So, and they're doing different seasons. So they did the Greninja already, and next they're going to do the Delphox. So I got my Greninja the normal way, ranked all the way up to rank K. I ended up actually doing online until I got to rank A. It was kind of fun. It was all right.
Real quick, is the new battle system that much different for PvP?
You mean in the game?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a completely active battle now.
Oh, that must be so cool to play like a new Pokemon combat system against other people.
Yes.
Like day one. That's so sick.
So I was fine with it, but a lot of people were upset that they had to do this. A lot of people said they're paywalling it because technically, yes, you would need, if you're going to play online against other people, you do need an active Nintendo Switch Online account. Now, you and Geese Peep don't have to worry about it because I put you on my family plan. My Nintendo nephews and nieces and everybody is just, they're ready to go. You guys all have access to all the Switch Online stuff. So you're welcome, first of all.
Thank you. From the audience.
Yes. A lot of people are complaining about that. They didn't fix that. They didn't fix the fact that you still need online, but they did change the requirements. At first, it was going to be you have to rank, because, of course, it's ZA. So you start at rank Z, work all your way to A.
So sick.
So at first, it was to get these special Megastones, you have to rank all the way up to rank K. Now they've decided, okay, we're going to make it easier. To get the new Megastone, you only have to rank up to rank S. And also, if you missed the Megastone last season, we're just going to give it to you at rank Y, which is basically play.
You have played.
Yeah. And they're also going, it sounds like they're taking away points. In every single time I played a match, I never got negative points. I don't think they actually give you less than 0, but so it works like this. If you win, because there's 4 players, each with 3 Pokemon. If you get first place, you get, I think, 30 points, and then second place is 20. But they give you points for everything. They give you points for for knocking out megas, for mega evolving, for being quick, for switching to different guys. They're throwing a boatload of points at you. So you're always getting a lot of points, even if you don't win, even if you're not good, you're still going to rank up.
That does track with Pokemon's kind of tendency to really overdo it on the positive.
Well, yeah, I mean, people just want to collect. There's a lot of people not interested in competitive at all. So, but they're making it even easier now, and I think they're taking away the points if you get 3rd or 4th place. So that's fine. I have no problem with that. Everybody, if they want a Mega Evolve. Also, in Poké-news, Sarah B., the Pokemon TCG Pocket has released the new set, Mega Rising. Taylor, here's the sad thing. Every time a new set comes out in TCG Pocket, I always save up all my hourglasses and rip 10 packs so I have a good start on the new set.
Bet you don't have that. I certainly have not been opening my app very much. I'll do it like once every 4 days.
No, I mean, I open the app every day, but the problem is I don't have any hourglasses to spare because the last set that came out was the first ever limited time set. So you can't get those packs anymore. And because of that, right before the new set came out, I just ripped open every single pack I could, used all the hourglasses I had. So now I don't have any hourglasses for a new Mega Evolution set, which is very sad.
I used 200 because it's 100 per 10, right?
Hourglasses, 120.
So I used 240 hourglasses on the last limited set because those were the last ones I had. And I got nothing. And I just sat there thinking, man, my account has to have some kind of little asterisk next to it.
Next piece of Pokemon news. I believe we have 2 Japan exclusive pieces of Pokemon news, so this may not be that applicable to you. But a special Pokemon Go event has been announced around the Pokemon Astronomical Observatory exhibit in Kanagawa, Japan from November 1st through January 12th. Have fun with that. Look, it's a Clefairy.
Very sick.
And also, Pokemon Go has announced the Pokelid Stamp Rally. It'll begin in Kyushu and Okinawa on November 7th, with more areas to come. That's what's so sick about Japan. You go to every city and they have the manhole covers with specific Pokemon that represent that region. It's
so cool.
Imagine being a culture that just embraces Pokemon that much.
Or anything.
They take it so seriously.
We just don't do that. There's nothing that we do that with.
Yeah, I know. Certainly not a children's, even all the fire departments have cute little anime mascots. It's like serious business stuff. And they're just, Japan as a culture is fine with things being cute. Over here for decades, for centuries, it's not been cool to embrace things that are cute. Like, you're not allowed to find things cute as an adult man in this society. And it's weird.
Yeah, started 250 years ago. Nothing cute about the American Revolution.
Nope.
Nothing cute at all.
It's now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon. Taylor, do you want to do it one at a time and give our score and then move to the next one?
I was looking for previously on, and I was thinking, what was that lady commentating last week?
We're starting with the Kangaskhan episode. Do you want to just... Okay. Please tell me the name of this week's first Pokétoon in English. Please, God.
Please, God. Bonding with Kangaskhan.
Or in Japanese, me ga hana se nai ne Garura. Did you watch this in only English, or did you watch it in English and Japanese?
I only had time to watch this in English.
It's 3 seconds long. But you watched Gardevoir in Japanese, obviously.
Yes. It's the only one. Even with that, I can tell you right away that the Japanese has to be 100 times better than the English for this episode.
Yep. Very true. Let's just start. Let's meet Urado. She's a little girl, and she's playing around with a little diorama, pretend little bicycle racing, Pee-wee's adventure, big adventure kind of set fun thing, and she's pretending to commentate over it. Well, I guess she's not pretending. She is actually commentating. Here's the thing about this little girl. Her mother, a professional commentator.
Which is very sick. Very sick to see this.
Very sick. Here's the problem. In Japanese, the little girl sounds like a little girl, and her mother sounds like a professional commentator.
Oh, they don't sound like the same person?
The actor in English would never be hired as a professional commentator because she's not good at it. I'm so sorry that I always have to be so hard on these English performers, but maybe if they knocked it out of the park like the Japanese did, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I knew it was, within 1 second of hearing the Japanese, I was like, oh, God, this is already so. There's always I guess you would call it sound stage.
Yeah, you don't like that effect, yeah.
I don't like that at all. And they just have this tendency, and I don't know what it is. It has to be, maybe it's a cultural thing, where we look at Pokemon as a strictly children's show. Do you know how old you are? This is Pokemon. It just sounds like a kindergartner or a kindergarten teacher reading to a child.
Yeah.
But she's commentating for this audience.
It's upsetting because we've had good English performances before, and Pokemon Concierge is good, but this one was not good in English. Okay, so the little girl, she has a very in-depth race with the bicycles going past a bunch of Pokemon through a barn, very in-depth.
I was kind of there for it at the beginning. I was like, okay, Pokétoons, let's see where this goes for the next minute and a half.
We see little figurines of Bidoof, Snorlax, Diglett, Hoot Hoot, Vileplume, Mareep, Mudbray, Skiploom. Very, very fun, very exciting. Sounds great in Japanese. And her mother shows up and interrupts and says, all right, we got to eat. No time to practice all this stuff. And there's kind of a funny line where the little girl makes up, oh, we have to stop the race because there's a tornado. And the mother says, it's your favorite pot pie. Great in Japanese when they start talking about pot pie. By the way.
Oh, I'll bet.
But it's frustrating because it sounds like real actual dialogue in Japanese, two people talking. And in English, it just sounds like they're trying to insert sound bites and make it fit a lip flap or something. And it just sounds so awkwardly placed. It's bad. Sorry, guys.
The voice acting in this in English is very bad.
Okay, so we're going to cut to the next day. The mom's got to do her job. Please, Urado, you got to be quiet because your mom's doing an important job. I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to move my little Xatu figure to look at you. Kangaskhan. Oh, by the way, this is the Kangaskhan episode. They own a Kangaskhan. That's very important. Kangaskhan, why don't you watch my little girl? Make sure she doesn't get into too much trouble, okay? All right?
Please.
Great. All right, it's me, Urado. Such a hard name to remember. It's me, Urado, and I'm having fun with Kangaskhan. I'm gonna make a big giant diorama. It's gonna be a winter wonderland. We're gonna tear up all these paper and glue some stuff together and make a big giant tower. But we gotta be quiet. So
them being quiet was so cute.
Let's quietly rip this paper. We're gonna glue this together, okay? And meanwhile, her mother is casting a very professional stadium battle between a trainer with a Kangaskhan and a Chandelure. Very sick battle, by the way.
She's doing it remotely.
Yes.
I was a little confused as far as the Giga Impact being that effective, but...
Giga Impact is a very strong move.
Against Ghost type?
Does Kangaskhan have Scrappy, the ability Scrappy?
I don't know.
Scrappy allows you to hit a Ghost with a normal type move.
Oh, it would have to then.
Yes, Kangaskhan has Scrappy.
Huh, sick.
Sounds out. Oh my god, Chandelure burns the Kangaskhan and then sends out an Abomasnow. And Abomasnow Mega Evolves! That's, by the way, a big theme. I don't know if you've noticed. What with the trading card game Pocket? What with the trading card game Physical? What with Horizons? What with both episodes of Pokétoons and Legends Arceus? Or Legends ZA. It's Mega Evolution month, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Everybody's Mega Evolving. That's just what's going on right now.
We all got to celebrate Mega Dragonite.
And now, this is actually, I think, pretty cool what they managed to do. They do, what is the word I'm looking for, Taylor? It's when you do like a twinsies, like they're comparing.
Yeah, they're mirroring each other.
Yeah, they're mirroring the battle with the little girl, our protagonist, standing on the table dangerously, making a giant tower. And as the battle reaches its climax and the Kangaskhan Mega Evolves in the battle, the little girl is about to fall and break her neck. But then the Kangaskhan next to her Mega Evolves, and the little baby Kangaskhan jumps out of the pouch and saves the little girl. Meanwhile, the Mega Evolved Kangaskhan in the battle defeats Abomasnow, and it's all very, very sick. Giant power-up punch. Everybody.
Wasn't there the girl's father in the room?
The father?
Or did I make that up in my head?
The girl's father was not in the room. I don't know where the father is.
Oh, okay.
But yes, everybody wins. Congratulations.
It's another common Pokemon thing.
And then we, I guess, cut to the next day, because turns out Urado's perfectly fine. She survived. And now we see Urado's mother giving the little girl her very first headset, because one day she's going to grow up and be just like her mom and commentate, and it'll be great.
Which is very adorable. It's a super endearing little moment. The mom was more concerned than anything else. Yeah, it's cute, heartwarming little episode.
Wow, I can't
believe... Cool
believe...
animation.
Yeah, I can't believe Kangaskhan Mega Evolve for the first time. Yeah, I thought the art style on this one was good. I'm not crazy about the art style. We'll get into it when we talk about it, but I'm not crazy about the art style for the Gardevoir one. Like,
it's fine.
There's little choices there I'm not crazy about. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. That's the whole thing. This is a very short, tiny little thing. The credits show some snowboarding with some Pokemon, and we hear the girls commentate over it. Cute, I guess. Okay. We're going to give a score for this and then move on to
Gardevoir? Boy, it's always hard to rate Pokétoons, because the thing that I always take out of Pokemon, or Pokétoons, more than mainline episodes, is that it really contextualizes the world a lot. And that's kind of what I like for them to do. So they show off different animation, which I almost always think is better than the regular animation, which makes sense. Like, it can be more artistic.
That makes an immense amount of sense, because the Horizons guys are just on such a tight schedule.
Yeah.
Such a low budget, clearly. They just got to... I mean, I don't know how many times I have to make this clear, but they're putting out one a week.
Yeah.
Since 98. Yeah. I mean, there's so many thousands of episodes. They've just got... It's a machine. Whereas every one of these Pokétoons, they only put out a few a year. Every single one of them is by a different studio. The studio that made this could have worked on it for years, honestly, for 5 minutes. So, of course.
Well, I don't know. One Piece is still out there. So, yeah, I mean, I liked it. The voice acting took away so much for me.
Taylor, you should have watched in Japanese. It's so good in Japanese.
Well, I knew I had to watch it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's really, really tough. It's like watching a really interesting film. Well, not really interesting, but a good film. But the acting is terrible. Like, how do you grade it? Because the whole time it was just nails on a chalkboard listening to that mother talk.
Well, I watched it with good acting. I'm still going to give it a 7. It's too short. It's cute, I guess. But
how did they manage to have that little And I made the mistake of assuming that the pacing was going to be a little bit better because she finished commentating her little bike race. And I was thinking, wow, what a fun way to introduce the episode. Not realizing that was 30% of the episode.
Oh, yeah, that was all. I don't really get why this was made. I don't know.
Somebody probably wrote it during Mother's Day, and they're like, "Oh, yeah."
I didn't get to feel much emotion like that. Now there are parts of the next one. I'm jumping ahead. I need to stop jumping ahead.
Yeah,
there's parts of the next one that I go, "Wow, this is happening in Pokemon." But this one, it's not bad, but it didn't do enough for me. 7.0.
I would actually say 6.5. I don't think it's fine because the art, it's fine. Even the part that you said was sick, I found very confusing when she was shouting out the match, and the whole time I was thinking, are they going to cut to the match being a totally different result than that, or did the Mega just happen to occur at the exact same time?
Yeah, both Kangaskhan and Mega at the exact same time. Yeah. Well, she had to comment. I mean, this is a big deal job. I mean, imagine a super sports announcer just stopping the announcement. It's important. Yeah. Okay,
yeah, that's fine.
I guess that's
6.5.
That's all we got to say about Kangaskhan.
Yeah.
I don't see why it was made, but it's not bad. Now moving on to the Gardevoir episode, which hasn't been...
You're going to say garbage.
No, it hasn't been made in English. I don't know if it will be. There's a lot of Pokétoons they haven't dubbed. They never dubbed the Murkrow one. They never dubbed the one before that. And yet, the Kangaskhan one was dubbed super quick, within 2 weeks.
There are 8 lines of dialogue.
That's true. Yeah, and they found the actors on the street. So
yeah.
Okay, so Gardevoir episode. Can you please tell us the name of it in English, Taylor?
Tomorrow with Gardevoir.
Or in Japanese, 明日もサーナイトと. We open... Yes,
Before we start, I need to bring up shouts out to YouTube subtitles.
Well,
big shouts out.
You got the idea.
95% of the episode is just skipping over everything that's being said, and it just says the word music.
To be fair, those aren't actual subtitles. It's trying to auto-translate.
Oh, it's so good.
I woke up early this morning because today, our last episode, we're recording on a Friday, so our last week's episode just went live. I turned it on, and it just says auto-dubbed, and it's not playing our voices. It's playing a robot AI translation because it thinks all of our episodes are in Japanese, and it took me forever to figure out how to.
Oh, that's very funny.
Hopefully you can listen to last week, and it's us talking and not a robot AI voice. Anyway, okay. Gardevoir episode. We open with a big, giant, super crazy battle stadium. Wow.
Immediate. This was the 1 second that I was talking about where I was like, oh man, Japanese voice actors for Pokemon are so much better.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a main character. I believe his name is Yugo. Don't bet on it, but I'm pretty sure the main character's name is Yugo. And in the stands, do we ever have some Pokemon? Holy mackerel. We got Marine, Vivian, Clefable, Fennekin, Pikachu, Flabébé, Scyther, Pinsir, Fantop, Gyarados, Shuppet, Slurpuff, Salamence, Skarmory, Audino, Machop, Meditite, Gengar, Dedenne, Scolipede, Pangoro, Pumpkaboo, Lyron, Lampent, Roserade, Pidgeot, Goodra, Froakie, Diggersby.
Shouts out to Diggersby, by the way, in Pokemon Go PvP.
Chespin, Heliotop, Chespin, Helio. That's so difficult to read. Helioptile, Arbok, Matang, Glalie, Baneri, Lucario. That's everybody in the stands. Somebody had time of their life animating the stands.
Well, they were all fully animated too, because I paused when I saw that. Since you sent a screenshot of what was that, a Spritzy? In that one episode?
A while ago, yeah.
Where it's just like a pink blob with a bit of brown or something?
Yeah, it was 1 pixel, yeah. Okay, so in this big giant battle everybody in the stands is watching, we got a little girl with a mile fighting our protagonist, Yugo, with his Gardevoir. Gardevoir has a Mega Stone attached to its head in a little kind of clip, and Yugo...
I thought that was cool.
And yeah, it is good. Yugo has a Keystone, so they are ready to Mega Evolve. But it was just a dream. This isn't actually happening, guys. I'm sorry. Yugo actually was sleeping, and he's very late for work. So he's got to run off. Sorry, Gardevoir. Gardevoir's sitting in the room, and he says, I'm super late. And he has to run off to his job as a delivery driver with Oh, my God. What a great deli bird delivery company. I love their logo.
Their commitment to service.
He delivers such great service, no matter what the time of day, nor the weather. So, apparently.
He shan't be stopped.
Nope. He carries around a little trinket with him. It is a qualot berry, actually. So,
okay.
Qualot berry. And I can't actually tell if... So Gardevoir is in the back of his mail truck. Did Gardevoir just sneak in there and Hugo does not know that Gardevoir is back there?
I feel like I didn't know that until the end. Well, I still don't know it, but I'm assuming because on the way home, Gardevoir has a seatbelt and is sitting in the front.
Well, that's spoilers. That's the very end of the movie, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Big spoilers.
Okay, I'll say non-spoiler alert
for the 3-minute video. Yeah.
Gardevoir will be traveling safely in a vehicle at some point.
So anyway, we see him deliver a bunch of packages. Hugo's delivering a bunch of packages. He's doing a great job. He's so polite to everybody. We see him run past a Fletchling, an Esper, both Meowsticks, Clauncher, who got very spooked by Gardevoir. Gardevoir just keeps teleporting around everywhere, and I guess Hugo's not aware because Gardevoir's just hanging out in the boxes. So finally, Hugo delivers a big giant box to a little boy and his Emolga, and can you believe it? It's a giant box full of qualot berries from his grandma.
But real ones.
Yeah, delicious real ones. And here's the thing about Hugo. He's going to have a flashback real quick because he
loves flashbacks.
This boy, all he does is flashbacks.
The idea of this one episode containing both flashbacks and dream sequences for me was not...
I'll be honest, sometimes it's hard to know where we are on the timeline, especially with the scene with the desk. I don't know when that happened. The first time, because I watched it twice, first time I watched it, I thought, oh, they just got here. And then the second time watching it, I went, wait, no,
this
is
had
just
to
a
have
flashback.
been years ago.
Something like that. Okay, there's a lot of timelines to keep track of. Anyway. We're going to have ourselves a little flashback. Back when Hugo was a small boy, he hurt his little knee and he ran to a qualot berry tree. Little boy Hugo scrapes his knee. He runs over to a tree and a qualot berry falls on him. And luckily, there's a little baby Ralts who runs over and heals Hugo's little scraped knee and hands him a qualot berry and says, look, you can bite into it and suck out the delicious qualot juice. And he says... That sounds like a wonderful idea, Ralts. Thank you so much. I think we're going to be fast friends.
I thought, in addition to not knowing the timeline, I also got the kid who was opening the box in front of Hugo confused with baby Hugo.
Oh, no.
So I thought they were the same people. And then for a split second, I thought, are you just staring in the entryway of your own house at a flashback?
I can see why you think that because of the way they design children in this animation style. They make the heads way too big. It's disconcerting. It's uncomfortable to me. It gives a Shin-chan vibe, how big they make those kids' heads. Not crazy about it. And the eyes, the anime eyes they do are very like late 90s sort of how to draw a manga book. I'm not crazy about it.
90s had some good animation, though.
Yeah.
80s was very interesting.
Okay, so here's the thing. Turns out that little Ralts will turn into the Gardevoir we know today. And Hugo and this Pokemon are going to be battling all around. We get a montage of him using Psybeam against a Helioptile. And then we keep going forward in time as this Pokemon uses Psybeam on a lot of different people. So it uses... I don't know if this Gardevoir is a he or she, so I just keep saying Gardevoir. We grow up a little bit, and now we see that Ralts has evolved into a Curlia, and Hugo is like a teenager, maybe a 12-year-old, a tween, something like that.
Yeah.
Use Psybeam again! And oh my god, we can't stop winning. We're so good at battling. We're going to be champions one day. And then we see Hugo as an adult with a Gardevoir against a Hawlucha. High five. Throughout this whole episode, they're always doing a big high five. They love high fiving.
They love high fives. You don't see that too often in Pokemon.
No, not too much. And now we do a flash forward back to the little kid in his Emolga, eating the berries, eating them the exact same way, biting them and then sucking out the qualot juice.
Is that standard for berries? Or for those berries?
I've never seen that before. I don't have deep Qualot lore, but I've never seen Pokemon or people eat the Pokeberries that way. So maybe it's a Qualot.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just this animation. They like doing that. They like coconuts or something.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a shuckle.
Now we're going to cut to exhausted Yugo just falling right in his bed. He's had a long day delivering so many packages, so many deliveries. And Gardevoir is just staring at sleepy, exhausted Yugo and touches its Mega Stone. We now get, I'm not even sure if this is a dream sequence or a flashback or what is it, but basically we go back to when that battle was happening from the intro of the episode.
Yeah. Okay. I thought, it doesn't matter what I thought. Yes, go on.
Yeah. And it turns out the problem is Yugo actually lost that big match because Gardevoir couldn't Mega Evolve. And Yugo's going to blame himself and be real upset about it. And Gardevoir, I guess, is going to be sad about this. And Gardevoir heals sleeping, exhausted Yugo in his sleep. And now, out of nowhere, again, we're getting in the kind of weird...
Yugo's apologizing to Gardevoir.
Yeah, he's sorry that he couldn't get Gardevoir to Mega Evolve.
Sleep talking.
And now we're going to cut to a dark and rainy night. It's very late, meaning it's not that he's driving at night. It's that he woke up so early to do deliveries, the sun has not come.
Oh, that's what that was.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Gardevoir is once again sitting in the boxes in the back. This time I know he knows about it because of what happens later. And we see a Go-Goat crossing sign, like a goat. You see him in real life. It's like, deer crossing sign.
Yeah.
So be careful in the rainy weather on this. He's driving on the most perilous mountain path I've ever seen in my life.
You see this exact shot so many times in anime. I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, right. But it's all over the place in anime.
And they're driving, and then we get what I have come to the conclusion is a flashback. Just a flashback of a while ago.
Uh-huh. What's a while ago?
Who's to say?
Because that sounds like Nihileague. Go on.
What?
Yes.
We get a flashback of Yugo and Gardevoir. They're by a desk. I'm guessing this is Yugo's childhood home, and his mother is saying, your train's going to be here soon. And this is clearly after the big battle they lost. And it's
okay. That makes sense.
Yugo was so torn up about them losing and Gardevoir being unable to Mega Evolve and him blaming himself. He says, "That's fine. It's fine, Gardevoir. I'm giving up on our dream. I'm going to take my keystone. I'm going to put it in this drawer, and we're not going to worry about this again." Gardevoir looks very upset at him abandoning his keystone, but Yugo tries to make Gardevoir feel better. Like there's no issue. He just says, well, come on, Gardevoir, we got a new adventure to start, so let's go.
Yeah,
so
that's
he's
nice.
Just trying
he did
to make
his
Gardevoir
best.
feel better.
Okay, so that's the timeline. Good.
He acts like it's no big deal.
What if it was fake? Like Roy and Alt?
We cut back to present day. Because, okay. Happy-go-lucky Yugo is just going, driving in the rain, perilous adventure. And oh my God, there's a Skiddo and a Go-Goat in the road. And immediately, he whips his wheel so far, so fast to avoid these Pokemon and just slams it up against the canyon wall barrier. The truck, the mail truck, is like screeching against this thing. The windows are shattering. The airbags are going off. The smoke coming out of the vehicle.
Such a violent scene for Pokemon.
Could not believe it. This scene alone, if I give this, I don't decide what score I'm going to give something until we fully discuss it and then I decide. But any points this episode's going to get are because of this scene.
Absolutely. Not because of the nonlinear storytelling.
It was such a serious situation. I have never seen something like this in my life. So many people could have died, and Pokemon could have died in this scene right here.
Absolutely.
It's terrifying.
Like
I said, I don't even know if they're going to dub this one because that seems so serious for children to watch an episode of Pokemon.
Just imagine
horrific accident happens.
The Sunday school voice actor voicing a car accident.
Jeez Louise. Gardevoir in the back just screaming
Oh, yeah.
For dear life. Terrifying. The car just...
Rain. It's a dark scene.
His little koala trinket is just a moving back and forth on the rear view window. I guess apparently at some point he grabs it. It's important to note, but I don't remember seeing that, but clearly it happened.
It's important to also note that he had it in his car.
Yeah.
And, a lot of things are unclear in this.
So, spoilers, something happened that night at the little desk when Yugo's mother said your train's going to be late and he abandoned his keystone. So, keep that in mind.
Oh.
Okay, immediately, this is why I said he knew Gardevoir was back there. Yugo jumps out of the driver's seat, runs to the back to see if Gardevoir is okay. And immediately, as if things couldn't get any worse, the giant wall, is that a levee we're looking at?
Yeah. Okay. It's like, those things. They're supposed to prevent mudslides.
Okay, so the thing that's supposed to prevent the mudslide,
or
a
rocks
levee,
falling.
A levee type of deal, completely shatters. And all this debris starts falling. Just millions of gallons of water
because of the accident.
Yes, barreling down on the mail truck, Yugo, and Gardevoir, and I don't see any way any of them are going to survive because Yugo's trying to hold a truck back. That's not working very well.
Interesting that's his plan of attack.
Yeah, I don't know. Skiddo, scared for his life, in shock. Its parent, Go-Go, says, we need to get out of here now. They run off. Gardevoir now pops out, and Gardevoir's trying to stop the truck by using psychic powers. All the while, Yugo say, no, Gardevoir, run away, run away.
It was interesting that Gardevoir covered Yugo with psychic powers and didn't attempt to do anything with the car or moving something in front of the water.
No, Gardevoir was trying to stop.
Like, let me fortify Yugo.
No, it was just fortifying the car, so that was for more power. But it's no use. There's way too much water. It completely knocks the vehicle, the human, and the Pokemon off the giant Grand Canyon cliff, and they both fall to their death, and they're holding on to each other. And this is the end.
Gardevoir is unconscious.
Yeah,
Yugo somehow flies over to Gardevoir and holds Gardevoir, thinking, I'm going to protect you from this fatal fall.
Fatal flaw. There's no way. They're both definitely going to die.
100%. Things are bleak.
But then out of nowhere, Taylor, right before death comes to both of them, the little koala trinket ornament sort of thing starts to shake and shine on his wrist. Oh my God. Gardevoir's Mega Stone starts glowing, and now Gardevoir, for the very first time ever, much like the Kangaskhan episode, Mega evolves into Mega Gardevoir. And it turns out, I guess, that the night that they were by the desk and he gave up his keystone, Gardevoir stole the keystone and then hid it in his Qualot berry.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? So the amount of what would have happened had that not happened?
They'd be dead. So apparently we learned in this episode, Mega Gardevoir has the gift of flight because they both just fly now.
And
they just fly to safety.
Yugo is completely unfazed.
Oh, he's fine. Yeah, this isn't every day.
He's just sitting there smiling.
Just another day on the job for delivery company. And then he yells out, Gardevoir, use Moon Blast! And the Moon Blast perfectly fixes the vehicle and puts it back on the road. And
that's what
also
Moon Blast
removes all the debris.
Yeah.
And so everything's safe now and good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
Yep. It cleans up accidents.
Saves the day. And we're back on the road. Time for another high five. Wow, we really did it. And this is where his Qualot trinket breaks to reveal the keystone inside. Wow. Wow, Gardevoir, you truly are the greatest partner Pokemon a guy could ever have. Great work sneaking it in there. And then we cut to them driving, the sun's rising, and now, as Taylor, big spoiled for everybody, Gardevoir, instead of hanging out in the back with the packages, is in the front seat with his seatbelt on. And they're both so completely covered in scratches and scrapes and dirt.
I was very funny with the
scuffed.
The post-accident, this show is very funny.
Now, I'm not worried about him because, as we learned multiple occasions, Gardevoir can just heal both of them. So they're still dirty, but they're not. They don't have any injuries. So
yeah. And Moonblast didn't quite fix up the car.
Nah. Oh yeah, that car is completely destroyed. Gardevoir probably just used healing powers on the car too. So then they're driving into the sunrise, and Yugo says, "We will continue to be the strongest." And then Gardevoir yells in excitement. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah, like I said, these aren't the strongest Pokétoons. I
mean, they both focus on Mega Evolutions.
Yeah,
which
we got to sell copies of ZA.
The good thing is, like, going into ZA, whenever I play it, I'll know a lot more about Megas, including that the fastest way to get your Pokemon to Mega Evolve is to have somebody fall.
Yeah, good way to do it. What am I gonna give this? It's so hard. I almost need to give Kangaskhan a lower score because it's cute, but
these are both not great.
The car accident scene was so powerful. I got to give it more points.
I don't want to give this above a 7.
I know.
And you know what the worst part was? I'm watching this one and I'm listening to the good voice acting.
Yeah.
My only problem with this one was that, outside of him being completely unfazed by the Mega Evolution and just all of a sudden flying in the sky, I didn't like the storytelling. The timeline was all
it was hard to keep track of what was
harder than Memento.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It was really good. Voice acting was really good.
I can't give it in the 8s. You're right. It's just not. We've had so many good Pokétoons because that's what we have to. That's certainly what I am giving scores based off of is versus other Pokétoons. And so honestly, Kangaskhan may need to go back lower. I don't know.
I could give Kangaskhan way lower than a 6.
Okay, hold on.
Because actually, you know what? I was about to say that the unfortunate part about Gardevoir was I was looking at it, and as I kind of scrolled down a little bit, YouTube showed me the preview for the Charcadet Pokétoon. Oh boy.
Okay,
and that's rough competition.
We're adjusting the score. Kangaskhan is now getting a 6.5 from me. I'm going to give
5.5 from me.
I'm giving Gardevoir 7.5 only because of the car accident scene.
And I'll give it a 7 because it's good. Going kind of off of that, contextualizing the world of Pokemon. It was really cool seeing somebody just working as a delivery driver, and I like these. It was really neat when he was done. When he was done with his long day of work, and he lays down on his mat and falls asleep. I would like that's what I love to see.
You're right. There's redeeming. I'm up in the score to 7.7. There's a lot of redeeming parts about this. It was so cool seeing a man doing his little job, his little Poké delivery job in the Pokemon. And 7.7. And like, it was cool watching Ralts grow up, and that was sick, I guess.
It's neat when you see a kind of a presentation of that world being more plausible instead of just like, oh, hey, we exist and Pokemon, they do everything. They are the internet. They are the airplanes. They are the fishermen. It's nice seeing, oh, yeah, we have delivery driver.
So
I'll give it a 7.2.
7.2.
Because it was good. The storytelling was all over the place, and I really just don't know how to. It was actually a problem in the last one too. Like it's just the way they were presented. This one does have strong voice acting, but the storytelling was just terribly incoherent.
Kangaskhan voice acting is great. You should listen to Japanese. Okay, I'm a little disappointed with him. I was actually thinking these were going to be fantastic, like a lot of Pokétoons we've had, but. Now I'm just excited about next season in Horizon. So that's pretty. If you're getting me excited about that, come on, Pokétoons. Come on. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the wrap up. I got a lot of stuff to do. We got to get out of here. All right. We are the Bookhouse Boys. Look, listen, cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please leave a like and a comment. Please, God. Subscribe. All of it. Thank you to Keith for our artwork. That's twitch.tv/Keith2. Shouts out Professor
Ticklebits
for the
boilerplate.
And the website, that's twitch.tv/prof_Ticklebits. Please recommend this to your friends. I mean, come on. There's nobody on this planet who wouldn't get something out of this. There's somebody out there. Okay, they don't like Pokemon. Fine.
Somebody out there. I guarantee.
A master.
And they love other things. And I guarantee if they don't like the Master and they don't like Pokemon Pocket Monsters, they love car accidents. And we talk about car accidents for at least 5 minutes this episode.
And they love dogs being scared of cats. You name it.
Yeah, I remember that.
So please recommend podcast to everybody. Send them the link. And also you can send questions to looklistencast@gmail.com. We'll read those, answer. Everybody's going to have a wonderful time. All right, time to say goodbye. You can say goodbye like 2 times, Taylor.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That is because we've literally had episodes where Geese Peeps, half of her audio is just not there because she speaks in a high-pitched voice. And
she whispers like a dolphin.
All right, that's enough.
Goodbye.
All right.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.